I want to talk to you more about Mark Zuckerberg and what happened to my home when a business plan was stolen by a young Harvard student that went by Marcel Elliott Zuckerberg, or Mark Zuckerberg, and Zuck. After coming forward, some of the friends and the family members were talking, and some other people that had watched the videos, and it was a curiosity to something. Listen to this. So if we go back about what happened, after Mark found out about the business plan, and first he thought he had helped me get the investors, and then it changed. Then it was, well, he thought he and his friends could be the investors. Then it was, well, they wanted to do it, but without me, they thought I'd get in the way. So then Mark wanted to know what I wanted in exchange for letting him have my business plan that I projected to make billions of dollars. And what did I want in exchange? Well, he kept on bothering me over and over and over, and my health wasn't so good. And percentage of what, if it worked, they were doing the investment, but I'd get a percentage back. The amount kept on going down lower and lower and lower and lower. To eventually, what it was is, at the very least, 15%. But money was supposed to be taken out from the profit from it and directed towards free clinics, homeless shelters, and as I mentioned, help fund a cure for neuromuscular diseases. Because I had a female friend that was paralyzed from spinal meningitis, and she was one of the main reasons on why I wanted to start it, because I thought that would help give her options, so she could, keep in contact with friends and family. Okay. Well, the way that it went, the lawyer supposedly suggested that we do a video business agreement. And then afterwards, when Mark got back to New York, Mark Howitson, the lawyer, was supposed to get it in writing, and then I was supposed to sign it. Well, after we did the video business agreement, Mark said to me, I said to Mark, I said, did you just rob, he wouldn't give me the copy, and I said, did you just rob me? And he said, well, I told you I was a player. I asked you if you could trust me. Go back to those words that he said. What people are questioning is, we're all under the assumption that Mark Howitson, the lawyer, was coaching Mark Zuckerberg on what to do and say and ask. Like Mark kept on asking me to pass on intellectual ownership to the idea that intellectual works, and I wouldn't do it. I said no. I said, you use it, I get a percentage. I'm not passing on intellectual ownership, because that would make it look like my original business plan was his work, not mine. The curiosity, the question that everybody has is, with those words that Mark said, did he manipulate the situation the entire time, and not just play me and lie, but play the lawyer and lie too? That's a good question. But now, if the lawyer was young, I think he was 28 at the time, but the lawyer at some point had to have realized, if that was the case, that he was helping to commit a crime. Well, if that's the case, he should have just stopped and came forward. Now, if that's not the case, then if that's not the case, then the other option is he did coach Mark how to steal the business plan, pretend to go along with the business agreement, and then afterwards not give me a copy, and instruct him before he left to steal the portfolio, it had the business plan in it, and a camera, for there'd be no proof. Which is it? Now, there's a video that Mark Howitson is in an interview on the internet, and he talks about how Mark got the idea from the twins. So back up here. When Mark was here and he was trying to help me get investors, one of the people that he described was one of those twins. And I believe that's one of them that I talked to on the phone that Mark was trying to get as an investor. So this is where it gets all confusing again. So Mark Howitson does this video talking about how Mark got the idea from the twins. Nowhere at any time did anybody talk about Mark being in Central City, Iowa, staying here with his girlfriend and getting the business plan from me. That's pretty messed up. So, who's the one doing all the manipulating? Was it Mark, or was it Mark and the lawyer? Now, when Mark Howitson called representing Mark Zuckerberg during the battle for Facebook, wanting me to give a statement that Mark got the idea from me first, and I talked to a Harvard student on the phone second. You know, Mark Howitson knew that because he just asked it. But it started out as a conference call. And as soon as I said, well, just use the video business agreement, Mark Zuckerberg switches it off the conference call. He doesn't want anybody to hear it. See where this gets confusing? Who's at fault? Who's the one manipulating the situation, hiding the truth? And this is why you never heard of me until now. That's all I got to say. Just think about it.